want to do some sightseeing in London, then a good place to start is on the River Thames. A trip along the river will take you past landmarks like the London Eye, Tower Bridge and the Tower of London. You'll also come across London's only floating museum, HMS Belfast.
HMS Belfast is a cruiser. She's actually sort of a medium-sized warship in the great span of Royal Navy warships. She's nearly 900 feet long. She is just over 10,000 tonnes in weight. Her main armament is 12 6-inch guns. She also carries 8 4-inch guns as secondary armament. She was built to carry about 850 men, but by the end of the Second World War, with all the extra equipment, she was up to nearly 1,000, which is quite staggering.
HMS Belfast was built in 1938 and served the Royal Navy until her retirement in 1965. But she is best remembered for her role in the D-Day landings during the Second World War.
She achieved a great deal. She's interesting for her own history, and also because as a representative of her type, she had a pretty distinguished war history. She intercepted a German ship called the SS Cap Nord, which was coming back from South America, absolutely full of German reservists flocking back to join the colours. And she intercepted the ship in a classic sort of Nelsonian manner, fired a shot across the bows, and boarded her. They sent a little boat over with a boarding party and captured the ship and brought it back to the UK. She's the last real warship of this size of the many thousands that the Royal Navy had during the First and Second World Wars. She's the only one left. So her own story is important, but what she represents to the history of the country is enormously important too.
These days, HMS Belfast is moored on the South Bank and plays host to more than 250,000 visitors a year.
HMS Belfast is a time capsule. This is not one of those attractions that is entirely fake. When you step on board this ship, you're stepping on board an original artefact. You're walking inside a historic artefact. There's nowhere else in Europe where you can see a historic ship of this size. And what we've got is a mix of recreated areas, original fabric of the ship, and then exhibition and gallery spaces. One of the amazing things about ships this size is that they really have to function as a floating town. So it's not all about battles and war, it's about trying to live in quite an isolated environment with necessarily thousands of miles from home sometimes. There's a small shop, the NAFI canteen, where the sailors could buy their luxuries. There's a postman you'll see on board, the mail office. So it really is a small floating town, and a lot of people don't really expect that when they come on board.